What is up, my friends? How are we? We're very welcome along to our Aston Villa preview here on Anfield Agenda. 8 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. How great is that, by the way, for a game of football? Particularly a good one like this against Villa. So it's going to be bouncing. It's the last game before we head into the November international break as well. But the good news is, after we get through this international break, there isn't another one until March. So it's going to be wall-to-wall football for the Reds until then, and we're here for it. So I'm going to go through, give you my thoughts ahead of the game, my starting 11 prediction, my score prediction, as well as having a little look at their form and our recent history playing Aston Villa. Before I do though, as you probably guessed from the bottom corner of the screen, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our sponsor Surfshark, and I will be back in just 86 seconds. You can count them, I promise. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on screen right now or use the link in the description. See, right on 86 seconds, as promised, we are back. So look, let's talk injuries ahead of this one first. Obviously, we know Ibrahim Konate is going to be available. He played in the Champions League midweek, so he's going to be good to go. And I don't think we're carrying any fresh injury concerns. We're still going to be without Quivin Kelleher, Diogo Jota, and the usual cast of what feels like thousands sometimes that are injured. Federico Chiesa, obviously, and Harvey Elliott, all supposedly coming back after the international break coming up. Maybe it'll be staggered afterwards, but at least we're looking like this is the end of the little mini injury crisis that we've had. So with that in mind, let's have a look at a recent history against Aston Villa and their form, of course, coming into this one. So, as you can see there, a head-to-head Premier League in 23-24 was Aston Villa 3, Liverpool 3. Then Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0. Premier League the season before in 22-23, Liverpool 1, Villa 1, and Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 3. The number 3 keeps popping up here quite a bit, so hopefully we're in for some goals again on Saturday night. Villa's recent form coming into this one, well, it's not great, as you can see. They were beaten 1-0 by Club Bruges in the Champions League to ruin their 100% record. By the way, if you haven't seen the goal they conceded, Tyrone Mings just lost the plot completely to give away a penalty. Then they were beaten 4-1 by Spurs in a game which I believe they led 1-0 in as well. They were beaten 2-1 by Crystal Palace, drew 1-1 with Bournemouth, and before that they beat Bologna 2-0 in the Champions League. So they're going to want to come and put right this wrong. They're going to want to try and get back to winning ways. Now it's up to us to make sure that that doesn't happen, of course, because we pick up our result. We don't know what happens beforehand. Manchester City are playing before us at 5:30 away against Brighton. So who knows? You never know. They may have dropped more points coming into this game. But what we also need to do is, of course, make sure that we don't give Arsenal any encouragement because they play the day after against Chelsea. So now let's get stuck into the preview and let's have a look at the starting 11. So what have I gone for with the goalkeeper and the two centre-backs? Well, you're not going to see any surprises here from me. I've gone for Quivin Kelleher in goal, of course, Ibrahim Konate and Virgil van Dijk in the two centre-back positions. So no surprises there so far. Moving into the wide areas now with the full-back positions. I think we're going to see Costas keep his place because right now it feels like Arne Slot just giving the edge to Costas ahead of Andy Robertson, and I think deservedly so, based off what we've seen this season so far. On the right-hand side, we expect Trent Alexander-Arnold to come in there and continue his season with the Reds, and who knows what the future holds there, but I do think that is the back five we're going to see. Kelleher, Trent, Costas, Virgil and Canade. Now into midfield. I have made one change here, and I hope you understand what I've done. So, or why I've done it is what I meant to say. So, in midfield, I've gone for Ryan Gravenberch. I think you'll all agree with that one. Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. I think we need to give Maka a breather because we're not seeing the best version of Alexis McAllister. Yes, maybe we need him from the bench, and maybe you disagree and Arne Slot disagrees, but for me, if we're picking on form, if we're picking on who has high energy levels, I think Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Jones are the right three for this one. Curtis Jones was quite simply phenomenal in the last couple of games, so that's the midfield trio that I would choose going into this game. But of course, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section there, whether you agree or disagree with that selection. And then up top, this was difficult. I'm not going to lie to you folks. Leaving out one of Cody Gakpo or Luis Diaz was a really, really difficult decision. But I've gone for freshness again here, and again with a mind to the rest of the season. So this is what I've gone with in the wide positions. Luis Diaz on the left-hand side, Mohamed Salah on the right-hand side. And through the centre, again, want to just reiterate, this is more down to freshness than anything else. I have gone for Mr. Darwin Núñez. I have no qualms or arguments whatsoever with anybody who wants to put in Cody Gakpo or who wants to see maybe a repeat of the way we set up in the Champions League against Leverkusen. I just think that energy from Darwin Núñez helped grind them down, and then maybe Cody Gakpo comes off the bench to score a late goal or something for us. You know, we have been second half FC so far this season, so I'm hoping that we can start this game in a bit more of a high energy level than perhaps we've seen in recent games this season. Hence the reason why I've gone for Darwin, Lucho and Mo Salah as my front three, and Jones and Szoboszlai along with Gravenberch in midfield. So we've pretty much gone through everything there except the score prediction, right? The big one. So what have I gone for there? Well, what I've gone for is a close Liverpool victory. I think Aston Villa are going to put up a real fight here, because they're not going to want to go 4 games without a win. They're really, or 5 games without a win actually, if it was a draw before that. They're going to want to go and give it a shot of getting back into the Champions League positions and pushing themselves back up the table. I hope that they're miserable, obviously, when they leave Anfield and they don't get the points. Nothing but respect for Aston Villa and Unai Emery. A great club, a great side. But I want our form to keep going. So it could be better. It could be 3-1. It could be 4-1. It could be something absolutely mental. But I think a narrow victory based off what we're seeing. And then we can go into that international break full of hope and joy for the season ahead. And we'll see what comes next. So I've done my part, folks. Now it's over to you. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with my score prediction, my starting 11 prediction? Let me know. The referee for this game, by the way, in case you're interested, is David Koo. And on VAR, I can't believe I'm about to say this, on VAR is Paul Tierney. So that's why I've gone for a narrow win. I don't think they're going to make it easy for us, but as long as we get to 3 points, that is all that matters. I'll catch up with you soon, my friends. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.